This is the coroner's office. The coroner's office here at the Justice Department. Now, the coroner's office is beautiful. Look at the mystique flag. It says Mueller's Funeral Home, Green Lake Memorial, Court Street, and Chapel Falls on Kennewick Avenue. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day here at the Andy Miller's office. It is always having a full service of availability 7 days a week here at Andy Miller's office, which carried a majority of processing 7 days a week.
Thank you. And that is yours?
I got vault keys, Chase Bank and US Bank, and the post office keys they took, but I think you should give them a call. This key I put in there, 411. It's not working.
Okay.
Expired license, my driver's license, and my credit card. Went to 411. I got a profile for CB or not C, Chase Bank, not CBHA. They say it's a titty bar. It's a strip club. That's on my 5.9C. I don't even go in the bar. But Yates, he's the murderer that dropped me off at Gonzaga, and also a Idaho professor from Idaho, BYU at Idaho. She dropped me off. I was in Finley's house, trailer house, and he's a cowboy. Daryl Finley. It was a green Jeep. I left it on the highway and called it in from Gonzaga. But they wouldn't let me get the records downstairs because Andy Miller's signature was on it. And I don't wrestle, and I don't box, and I don't too many people that are making things up since I got right here. Only I have to unless I'm choked to my throat, like as you've seen. See, Roberta can't protect herself when she's being suffocated and choked out like that. She's a witness. Nope. That would be. Oh, this is original documents. Wait, hold on. This other clip. Hold on. Somebody tried breaking a storage unit too. This information, Mrs. Chen and Mrs. Chen, get all the information on the Freda Courthouse, George Washington House Archives. I get the address. It's on. I'll find it somewhere.
That's okay. I know. I just wanted to let you know.
They want to do surgery on me, so we're gonna do go around that, do everything else but that last. I've been under 5 different surgeries, including this one's gonna be the 6th. When I went to Eastern, they removed. Oh, Crawford. Wait, is he still there, or did he move to a different office? So I can get that file for the braces.
I don't
The
know.
wire that went upstairs and downstairs of my Airport. It's where exactly is that DDS? Is it on this
I don't
by
know
the or Crawford's Dental for pediatrics for children and me at the for upper 60-year-old and age above?
Okay.
They took me in and put bracelet or wires in there.
Okay.
Is it still there or do I
I
have
have
to?
no idea. I'm so sorry.
There's a camera inside the, so I recorded it and find out who it was. There's swords in that unit too, with first and last name on it, so whatever they're trying to get into, it's all paid for. It's called Olson by phone yesterday from the library. That was Megan, but Megan's not there, somebody else is there.
Okay, so on the notice, whose name was on the notice?
Kenneth Edgell is not the prosecutor anymore, and it's
I'm just trying to get you a light.
somebody else, which is she's doing the case, I guess. And the judge and Scudder, the lawyer there, he represented Brandon West, and they start fighting in public. There's an accident outside the courtroom, and they're starting fights, so I just walked out and signed on another document. I went to Department license and get my other driver's license attached, and that is no longer issue. Now they just sit there and try to start fights and arguments and confrontations. Okay. Now I copied it. I gotta make sure this is original. Here's that one document. That's the original. It's Amanda Cepeda, her employment card. I put her on Facebook, YouTube, and then she had called the prosecutor and asked what happened. And I told her what happened. I said, well, I was attacked at all through property across the street. Crossing the street. It's no longer crossing the street. He made an issue of it and handcuffed me and threw me around with one arm trying to disable me. And I went to McKinney Law, PS 704 East Avenue, McLean Law. He said he wasn't interested in the case. I went to Felice and they said they couldn't do nothing. McKinnon said he can, but he asked for my first and last name and then called because that was in his office. But Rhonda's Kaiser's fence is bent to crap, so he's testifying that was not me driving a vehicle into her fence line. I didn't drive a hearse into the city hall of Moses Lake. I was putting a body in the cremator, or lowering it. That was at Mueller's. It was a contract by Frank Kaminsky and Jimmy. He writes out me a check every 2 weeks. They said the salary position was awkward because they didn't like Daryl Johnson or Eric Benson, or the kids they had at the dirt pile, because he was making confrontations. So maybe that's why they're going into the storage units. Got a bracelet, same bracelets, same bracelets. But that is diamonds, so I just making sure I get to. That's the original document. I had to take it off the server. I was walking to the Social Security office, getting the verification letter. Shannon L. Eddy, Washington bar numbers 55279. Mr. Benson, bar numbers 34163. False information and hypocrisy and false imprisonment. Right here. Killing Roberta Barela. Father Tom, Father Richard, Father Dylan. On the wall here, on the black. Father Cepeda, which was the murder of Stephen Hernandez at the freezing home. Glenn Blatner was the one that killed him, but and also the jailers that came in Benton County. Jody, your mother and father, your siblings, and your brothers and sisters. But you wouldn't know that. They didn't tell you that. And that's Fitzgerald. Mr. Fitzgerald had carries AR-14 or 15, showed up at Roberta and Lola's house at Winco. And they pushed Lola Hernandez down because I have a baby with her. That's a child. She's protecting it. They broke her ankle too. I had no warrants for my arrest. They're Mormons. And she was say she was retarded, but she had disability. But she was in there beating down Lola and trying to take the kids away and testifying. Jay was calling her Lemonite. Jay Miller told me, stay away from Lola, stay away from John. Don't be new with them anymore. I don't want you talking to Daryl. I don't want to talk to Eric Benson. I don't want you talking to nobody, Sarah. I don't want none of you. I don't want you talking to Amy's husband because I don't even like him. But I went to see Sheriff Taylor and then left everything in there at the Air Force jacket and also the information on the back. Because I'm in West Richland, paying off all the bills for the City Hall because the El Camino went into City Hall. And Bob Thompson? Okay, this is demand of discovery. Nothing's changed. Shannon Eddy, like Eddie Barela. That's pretty nice. Eddie Barela, Shannon Eddy. That's nice. She's from Alaska. Kenneth J. Edgel, Washburn 50625. I was just checking, making sure he was in line about a thing. So it's all there. He's not a child rapist. He's not a murderer. He's not a... I checked your record. Yeah, you did falsify and put him in jail for no reason. That is Snoop Dogg trying to pick him up, and they're sitting there starting problems with him. That is Steven Seagal at the Big Easy. He's inside the Big Easy with Steven Seagal. He's telling him everything. Let's get him out of there. Look at his face. Okay, got the discovery, the license, driver license. Oh, there you go. I can't believe. McKenna Law Office. Was there? I signed it.
Thank you.
She's out sweeping. Now, they can't duplicate the vault keys. And you can't do nothing unless you show your face. Show up, pick it up. Guys. Oh. And the CD burned. Everything on there, information, is burned on there.
Okay.
And the laptop, I'm over at Office Max, $119, I'll pay for it. He's gonna it's Microsoft, it's Windows, it has Windows 10, all it has to do is sit there and reboot. He just charged me $119 for his network cable, it's the Office Max. But if I took it and walked off with it, I would have damaged it, but I would have been unprudent, but next time. Get it upstairs. It's only $119. You gotta mean, I could have, at least it's not, what, $3,500 for the laptop? It's only 19. It's not bad. Oh. You too. Thank you, Taylor. These are injunctions, chapter 7.40 RC injunctions, or grant sentencing orders, injunction, grounds of issuance. Malicious erections of structures may be adjoined. Time of granting. Affidavits and hearings, terms and conditions may impose injunction bounds, injunctions affected public construction contracts, bond of injunctions and temporary restraining orders, copy of order, service and writ, stay in judgment, release of heirs, injunction and bound by. The adverse party becomes bound in dispositions of money collected upon enduring judgment, contempt of disobedience, attachment of an arrest, indemnity of plaintiff, bond and appearance, motion dissolve and modify, damage, dissolution, injunction, stay judgment, motion bring-ins, injunctions, fraud of obtaining telecommunications services, stealing someone's laptop, Android systems and credit cards, and also the checkbooks and cashier and bonds, stock and Wall Street administration, Citibank credit cards, Discovery, MasterCard, Discovery, and also Platinum, and also the Marriott Club card for serious punishment for Chapter 9.92 RC punishment. Penalties, assessment, addition, fine, and bail forfeiture. Crime victims component account. For every individual that's confiscated in their system is charged, and the casinos that they don't own is a $1 million, $2 million bond for each head. Each vehicle, each distribute. Punishment of felony that fixed the statute. Punishment of gross misdemeanor fixed the statute. Punishment of contempt, suspended sentences, suspended sentence and terminate date applications, suspended sentence, terminate date, establishment, modification of terms. Termination of suspended sentences, restoring civil rights, vacant of vacancy and conviction. Payments and fines, costs and installments, sentence 2 or more convictions or counts. Habitual criminals, prevention and prevention. Considering open door services that I have here at the facility here at Andy Miller's prosecuting office for Washington Bar Association number, which is, as you can see, the services they have there. And also Mr. Violent Video, computer games, minor means of presenting 17-year-olds of age, anyone at age 15. The first violation would be contempt, and until the age of 18, you can drive again. At age 15 and a half, and find possession or any possession of open containers, or possession anything at 40 grams is a felony in several counts. With a scale, cellophane, syringe, baggie, astron, and also assessments of baggies and contribute to sell, especially with a small scale or a big scale triple beam, and punishment for the institute in this facility. Now this would also be 9.94.010, inciting riots with badge, uniform, banishing weapons, exposing weapons, intimidating people, employees, and staff members. This is 9.94.010, present riot penalty. And this is open on Columbia River, and also open the Ram Weston called HAPO, anything the facilities in the beer yard and outside the beer yard or the winery yard. It's called a citing penalty riot. Whenever 2 or more uninfluenced of alcohol, wearing a badge, uniform, banishing weapon, exposing yourself to body parts, and also renting out facilities that don't retain you in circumstances that hit. This is the Sentencing Reform Act of 1981. These are sentence suspension guidelines and for their behavior. These confiscated individuals is 9.94 RC Sentence Reform Act in 81. You see the plaque, that's Eugene F. Pratt. You see the plaque on the wall, it says Sentencing Reform Act from 1981, all the way to the finding intake of 2000 and 2008. The terms of more of 1 year or less year, they serve reimbursement costs, equal opportunity timing, if any insufficiency of plea agreements, disclosure and content agreements, plea agreements, information in court, proved at this point, proven sentence, he died. Plea agreements and criminal history, plea disposition, sentencing recommendations, armed offenders, and a plea arguments and sentencing certain offenders on these records on behalf of this beautiful laptop, Petition I-3, and I-8, the I-7, and also the I-5, with the Apple services. Oh, we're going to connect that service right now, actually. That's going to remind us. Thank you for reminding me for that Google response there. It was very impressive. Fan club is so obligated and has awesome technology. Now, the 9.46140 Gambling Commission, this missing inspection hearing is subpoenaed banning weapons, possession of weapons, possession of drugs, alcohol, possession of high-performance Harley-Davidsons, and affidavits of steel from the steel company from here in Pasco, Washington. Also, the guns spilled all over the Highway 395 Cenex, which says Taylor on it. It says Taylor, his first and last name. Look at that. Look at on the plaque there, on right by my left and right shoulder, my chest, and also my legs, my hamstrings. Look at all that beautiful footage you got on that. The Gambling Commission investigation hearing is subpoena power, administrative law judges. The MAC necessary public-private investigation with an outside state permit and the guidelines in the driveway screens is to spill all the information, put it on the contents, all on everything, and we'll have a abstract record. And as you can see, this updated Department of Licensing, as you see, it says W, Department of Licensing, Felix Barela. It says the Barela section. This is the make necessary public-private investigation with outside state contents. And this is the red blood cells and the red white blood cells and the contact for the oxygen intake from the lungs, and also into the ANCRES and the kidneys and the stones, and also the esophagus around the throat. You see the ripple effect of the throat, the scar tissue around the throat from the police officer. He must be a sophisticated individual with his body bag, actually. He got handcuffs and his body bag attached to him. He's a really sophisticated individual there. And don't forget the knife and the saturated lacerations around my wrist where he was stabbing me at Finley Washington, Hoover Park with Bobby Fox, and also don't forget Jim Permiton, the Farmers Bureau in Richland, Washington, right across from City Hall Fire Department. This is chapter 9.69, Duty of Witnesses. This is Jamie Zavaleta, show appearance at Pasco, Washington, and show up. This is his driver's license. Look at Fabian driver's license on the plaques here on the wall here. This is 9.69.10, duty of witness offense against child or any violent offense penalties in front of children. 7,000 siblings. That's this is a sophisticated individual. This guy is a violent offense defendant. He's a RCW 9.94A. 0.03, he's a preparations and preparing to premeditate murder, put somebody lower down in a casket, and open society, just like Mr. Soderman, State Patrolman, and he's at the mausoleum with Jay Mueller, of course. And this is a picture of Jay Mueller to Daryl Johnson, tell him not to ever touch Felix ever again, for you come on this land ever again with your intentions, and we're gonna make a fool of you, and you're gonna have to whack and do this in front of everybody because you don't even own it. It's mine. Oh no, I'm Jay Mueller. It's mine. See that's my son right there. See, he's moving in his upper ranks. He's premeditating individuals, just taking and serving their butt to them, the BUT, the ASS to their food slot. And on the table, and scares in public, boy. Now, chapter 9.73 in the privacy violation right, this is from 9.73 all the way to 97.270. And this individual is definitely a premeditated sexual offense against a child rapist. He wears a badge and uniform, and he moves in areas of sexual contact offenses. On his porno is display, and also his content is displayed in witnesses and everywhere that he went. As you can see, he was assaulted here at Woodsville, Adams County, 210 West Broadway, in front of the camera, in front of the 735-3591, which was Food Services of America. And he picked up the phone. As you can see, they moved him to another unit because he picked up Andy Miller's phone, my software, my program, my driver's license, CDL, A and B. He must be a sophisticated individual. The duty of notifying person agencies under section person notifies attempt to provide such notices that this guy is straight up duty witness offense child activist of violent offenses penalties. This section is 1987-503-18-985-44321-1970. This is abuse of children chapter 26.44 RCW, chapter 9.7 RCW, pre-jury. All these artifacts and individual bodies that assimilate their delusional and tell terms. As you can see, this is a old cremator from Eastern State Hospital. Now it's moved and renovated, and now the theater is remodeled. And these records and recording, intercepting records, offender conviction, conversation conditions is all on record here at administration offices. You can see the Google database Microsoft program. It says 9.73.200. Mail Mid-Columbia libraries in all the United States of here in Washington State intercept transmissions, recorded conversations concerning controlled substance and findings, inadequates. Judicals authorized and available judge requirements. Now, as you can see, this in black and white. It's not purple, it's not a rainbow, it's not orange, yellow, it's not the Cimaron 5, it's not the Trump Towers or the administration office, or this is not the mausoleum. This is not the Yakima Reservation. This is not the Tribal Board Historic Hotel. This is Air Force One, actually. Me crawling all the way back here into the bus, the GTA, and also the Grant County 5th Division, all the way into the bus and all the way to the BFT. It says members of chambers of local units, state, national organizations may be considered members of the parent organization purpose and gambling activities conducted with these individuals. This is 9.46.0267. This is a player anonymous chapter, and this is called the bankroll system they use, and it's a natural person who engaged in equal terms, which persisted in equal opportunity these individuals for also preaching the Bible and also the reading, writing, any magazine or legal hardbook, or softback. This is a social card display. It's a 9.46.282. It's a cop-out. See, he's a sellout. Come on the Marine base and he's a sellout. He's not. There are no police officers or uniforms supposed to be on base, military base, and Bravo base in Yakima, Washington. See, these guys come here at Gonzaga University and off Harvard, and you were selling, using them as raffle tickets, punch boards, public gambling, records. It's a sellout. It's a cop-out. This is Fishing Derby, the fundraiser. As you see, this is a simple display of the RCW 956, a Gambling Act in 1973. The decorations of game, bingo, gambling, punishment gambling, sports pool, promotion contest, pathological gambling, pathological behavior. These signs and behaviors do not match these criteria at all. This individual is pretty much making up black and white some of these on these crimes and punishment titles and ANCRES. Is making his way as a useless English children don't even like him. That's pretty sad. So we're gonna have to go through 9.01 all the way to 9.101. You're gonna have to, because that's the process here. This is the general provision. This is the Washington Bar Association affidavit processing and everything. This is concerns and major affidavits. You have to be done and cram your test. And if you can do this only in a couple, 3 days, and go to Starbucks and just do a night out and just sit there and have all this information absorbed in your head, in your red white cells, in your artery, or aorta, as you can say, your legs, which has your arteries, your left, right, and your arms have your arteries. Of course, you really suck all this information, be master of the 9.6810 additional fee assessments and internet advertisement. Any false provocation on Facebook, Microsoft, these offenders will be convicted of offense first on, but carried out and displayed right onto the straight to prison. This is the fee, $5,000 fee offensive. The internet advertisement, which victim can describe this bit. Now, these two laptops are damaged, $3,500 a piece. That's felony. Possession and contempt, bear arms, pulling out a weapon, banning a weapon. Nobody has no warrants, arrest warrants, flashing lights on individuals. That's pretty much the purpose of this section. This internet means statements in electronic media that would be understand a reasonable person and implicate. It means making up, implicate, template. This is a sexual offender contact sexual intercourse with, as if in chapter 9844 RC exchanges something of a value at a food slot, given some or a sense of rolling down a window, an officer giving himself as giving you amounts, disclosures, penalties, sections, prosecuting recommendations. He don't have no card on the basis of grounds of a position of putting himself laceration and bringing officers in and dragging the people into the situation and making a fool of himself, which is a 9.86A10 additional assessment distribution image of visual pretended matter. This is number one. This RCW 9.68.07 person convicted of violent assault will be assessed under private counsel because they don't want their husband and children knowing that this guy is a child rapist murderer walking the earth of here in Washington State. It's facts. That's probably why I'm not sitting in a jail cell or facility at the time being, because they don't want to deal with the criminal procedure and documentation of fabrication from 10.01 to 10.114. The use of deadly force of a peace officer, the sexual exploitation of children, individuals' custody of healthcare services, the use of blood and body-worn cameras. There's no blood and warm body clam. The blue alert system, the property involved in a felony, the domestic violence official response, none of those fit recommendations. Criminal justice enactment, Washington State Criminal Records Privacy Act, criminal records proceeding, all these damages are well over $3,500 a piece. And this is one count, second count, an apple is another third count, and then I see this, see the damaged bag that is torn off, and also the assessments that are, we're gonna patch it up with some patches in the flag. Now, this escape of a third degree, This is guilty of third degree. These escape custodies known violates the term electronic monitoring program. These are fabricating individuals. They don't even run from it. They're not even violent. They just mirror making things up. As you can see, self and display of the library fan club. Let me put them on front stage. It says 9.95.0 state judge prohibits credit of jail time appealing. See, I don't fit those requirements at all because this documentation says appeal defendant criminal addiction, state executions, convicted of criminal jurisdiction procedures. These defendants like to flee, impose danger to safety and person community. Judgments to stay. Mr. Anthony Miller is a hairy individual. He looks like a Sasquatch. He has a hairy chest and he portrays himself as observing personal information. A descriptive detail of the first, last name, the scar tissue, the last name, first name, the contents, the conversation, the body cams information. This contact is 9.95.068. And this is the defendant like flee to oppose danger to safety. You see the wings on the back of me, the flee of escaping, of rising or hovering above an individual. I don't intimidating and hover with my wings above some people. You don't see me with a sword, somebody's threat, or pulling weapons out on individuals like these individuals. The delay resulting from the stay unlanded and deterrent. Deterrent means like look your deterrent as revolving isotopes and protons and electrons at the hammer mill. As you see, I've sit there and moderate my tools and sponsor my individuals that come crawling to me, not for mercy, but crawling to me because they want to be buried by a professional, a real professional that cares about people in life of all natures, all walks of life. The stay of judgment will cause unreasonable trauma to these victims and crimes. As you can reflect and see the traumatized, these sacks underneath the eyeballs, the gray hair. Now the defendant has an undertaken to stand the defendant financial obligation on these abilities to pay financial. Now you pay up or you get out. And if you get out, we can drag you out of here and you can go better yourself somewhere else at a mental facility. You can just stay there and have you lethal injected with a good jury trial in front of millions and billions of people. Now, the conviction upon new trial for imprisonment deductible. The defendant has been imprisoned during the pendency of prose time. You have 90 days to appeal this. And we can do this in privacy, or you can do it in open court. Now, this individual has custodial assault priors with a badge, of course. This is a 9A.3610. Now, each police officer comes and doing jury, why are you testifying, my friend? This is a person guilty of custodial assault, person guilty of assault in the second degree. And this is premeditating. Branches attaches the point systems. Anything 100 points, 300 points, it's all game. Now the assaults are full-time, part-time members. These are employees, volunteer, and educated personnel service and post office markers, and also vendors and agents, and adult corrections and facilities and official duties they had upon getting assaulted. Now, assaults may others at full part-time employees or part-time or not in your business because he's overtime 7 days a week. As you can see, it says a parameter, chapter 9A.3936, RC of assault, physical harm. And this is 9.83.6.61 and also 0.06.11. Now, this is promoting suicide attempts. These individuals started the promoting suicide attempts. These are known individuals threaten these other clientele and clients they have recommended from private counsel member, private attorney, private law benches. They have judges, attorneys, and also police badge uniform field officers. They come here and threaten the RCW 9A affidavit, but that's a privacy act. It's a RAN right factor. You don't sign documentation or RAN rights, and in fact, and you're recorded on the device, and then there's no malicious behavior. There's no sections that covers spanning civil rights, prosecutions, or protection acts. There's no federal or state constituted rights. I'm in the federal courtroom, and it's all game here. Eating with the federal judge, with all the allied threats to the federal judge. That's a very, very stressful moment for the federal judge. Every day thinking that somebody's going to kill him and they threaten him in front of open public. Prisoners on trial indictments, information complaints. These are 9.98.010. These are limits of jurisdiction failure induction information. These are chapter, non-applicable, and then this is court prohibited from ordering prisoner trial. These are leeway escape outs and outouts. These are documentations, real sealed documentations. This is chapter 9.97 certificates of restorations, and these are also prisoner untired indictment complaints forms. These are also agreements on detainers agreement forms. These are section 9.10.010, 9.100.0.30. This is appropriate court definition, court state, Washington Bar Association, Washington court rules. These are statements in updated series in 2019. These are 9.94.045, controlled substance possessions of persons. And you remember, you're age 15, you're driving around. See, I drove around since I was 3 years old. Have horses, has corrals. I'm at, and I have a Mr. Frost and his brother trying to rope me up. And I used it against him. He roped me up with his rope. He owns PVR, the sheriff posse. And he still answers and crawls to me. He crawls to me, not for mercy. He crawls to me because he wants to be buried, because I'm ready. He'll just sleep right against me, sleeping snug and snore and sleep right here. Because you know why? Because he's crawling for me for knowing that he'd be protected for some reason. And the saxophone, of course, I will play, but I will not play because I will not trust anything in his mouth, because whatever he had sex with, I'm not going to touch anything in his mouth because I need another piece. I will play drum. I will play the saxophone, of course. No problem. Piano, acoustic, bass guitar, drums, pearls, any of you want some any day. And this individual loves coffee. And remember, the coffee farm price is protected by administration. Starbucks, and they do stores. Winco, and don't forget Winco, and Fred Meyer's, and also there's Yolks. Oh yes, Yolks. I love Yolks, and also love administration office. They have Albertsons and Safeway and probate services, and they have their, of course, diversion and docent classes. So when they come over and want to be a Washington State citizen and be imposed by the Washington Bar Association and be intended to be employed by one and being dropped and get rid of California and just walk out on San Luis, Diablo Canyon, and just get rid of the liquor plant and just move on with their stability of criminal proceedings and deception of minors engaging in these sexual contact and features of which they are guilty of. This is 9.68.2 Child Reuse Fund, and they also have construction chapter capabilities and state registered domestic partnerships. They're all guilty of all because they're now Washington State citizens trying to clothe themselves, camouflage themselves, hide. And this individual crawls to me, this sicko crawls to me and sits there and cowers at their, I don't have her individuals intimidating. No, straight up the truth. This is violating right to privacy, civil actions. This is liability for damages. This is personal activities accepted in your chapter. This is book club. This is Make Columbia Book Club. members only. Now, this malicious mischief, third degree, characterized in several chapters. Now, this is a 9.A48 series. Arson, reckless, burning, malicious mischief, burning down the Chevron, burning down the Cimaron 5, burning down Sean R. Logan, mayor of Othello's house down. This is the 9.A.48. Arson, reckless, burning, malicious mischief. Burning Felix Barela at the Sunny Farm, Sunset Arches, and also here at the administration office from all the way from Mesa, and that's Franklin County, all the way to Connell. This is false information. This is arson, reckless, burning, malicious mischief. This is 9848.01 definition. This is the Yakima Reservation. This is the Colville, Damn Holy Hysteria. This is the Bison, the Monroe Bridge. All buffalo horns are dismissed in the process and misused as weaponry and put it in the gigantic museum called KENNEWICK, Washington. Now this is 9A.48.0.1 definitions. This is arson, first degree. This is arson, second degree. This is a monument on a wall. Now this is reckless burning in first degree. Look at this one, this Gold's Gym cross country running. That's Colorado, look. And this is malicious mischief, first degree. And this is malicious mischief in third degree. And this is my arms and my legs, that's first degree. Criminal street gang tagging, graffiti, where these malicious individuals, cowards, is defacing property in the first and second premeditated murder in such a way they just swipe your card and they're convicted and shipped away immediately. This is custodial sexual misconduct in second degree. Look, 9A.44.170, and this is custodial sexual misconduct defense. That's Roberta Barela at Conger Lamb Weston, called Tater Boy. Tater Boy was from Idaho, from Dick Chin, Lee Chin, from fine. This is your D9, D6 boy. I want you to run Fabian over. I want you to take everybody out. I want you to take Samuel Hernandez down. Chano, I want Box, I want Tupac, I want Tupac, I want all these Black Panthers off my land. What? I'm gone. You kick it over East Side. But no, I don't like East Side Passing Strike. I really appreciate, but appreciate the incentive. I love Kennewick. Washington is mine. I own Kennewick. I will. Committed to Kennewick. Born recently, Mr. This is a picket white fence, and you have black people out here. You see that? Look at that right there. Now it says 10.01.160 cost. Constitutes a payment by defendant procedure practices medical and mental treatment services. These services are available for the General and General Provision Acts. This is amendments that have been processed, and these are pardons, reprieve, culprits, and penalties, and fines, and restitution paid in full. You got a zero balance. You can go get a Lamborghini. You can go buy a Ferrari. You can go buy several post offices and donate it to employees that got fired because they killed you. Boy, you see why you use these? You put them in little cells and put them away and just kill them with a lethal injection of just a piece of paper. But criminal procedures on 10.01, 10.0, and 10.45, and 10.114, the use of deadly force of a police officer. And several counts on the counts, all these officers were guilty of it and used the body of Warren cameras for premeditated murder. Criminal justice and criminal appeals, criminal insane procedures, accusations of reinforce, grand jury's criminal investigations, and chapter 10.01. And look at that. Look at the minute. Overturning the process, Annabella. You put all your patches on, you put your Levi jacket on there, Mr. Annabella, and you camouflage with that grassy knoll there. The way you approach, they have to approach this, it's like a rattlesnake. When it is like that, when your tongue comes out like that, you don't rattle. Very dangerous children. Or your sibling, very dangerous. They bite you and release all the venom, and you would be dead. You'd be dead. You need a phone, your emergency phone, your contact phone, just in case these individuals attack you. To walking back home, or walk into your yard, or walk into your post office, or your vault, into your account, or into the bathroom, just in case you push that one button. The fines and restitution paid within the specified installments will show up on occurrence 7 days a week here. And these case phones, as you can see, is 10.01.170. This is 10.01.003. These are body-worn cameras. And this is Superior Court trial, witness journaling, witness outstayed in the Uniform Act. This is evidence, verdicts, judgments, sentences, drug trafficking, off limits, and orders. Why don't you go arrest a real criminal or something? This is Mr. Eric D. Olson at Administration Office at 610 First Street, Othello, Washington. And this is Ajmer Singh Nijjar. And that's outside. He loves Benton County. He loves all that parking lot. He invests on all that. And Moomin Ganjo love and appreciate the tear gas, Canada's Bears gas options competition series for spraying all the nipple rings for the expanding area of 5 to 1,000 feet to experience the acknowledgement for the 10 canister and grenade canisters, and also the repercussion grenades and M4s, M16s, AR-14s, M10s, and automatic A-10s. The court fee costs on these appeals and Supreme Court Superior Courts are required on every enactment. Even the Facebook knows that. In Chapter 10.52, that's Winston's generally. Now, the 10.52.06 is confrontation of witnesses. That's every day. I'm at George Washington House. I see scumbag everywhere. I'll just have a smile and go ahead and swing, go ahead and stab, go ahead and shoot. Hello, sir. How's it feel? You are being lowered right now, and there's nothing you can do it because it's 10.52.06 in confrontation with witness. This is every person accused of a crime shall have the right to meet the witness proceeding against him. This is the face-to-face purveyed of whatever the witness whose disposition shall have been, whatever any times of his disposition have been, taken pursuit of law and commit the street. And there's several counts on unbridled seizures on any aspects of Facebook.